Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Munce Report. Trainer Chris Munce here to bring us all the latest news. And, mate, there's been plenty happening this week. You had a big team set to trial on Tuesday. The trials were then moved to Thursday, but a fall early in proceedings meant that they then had to be called off. But you did manage to get through a few runners at the trials. Let's just quickly touch on those. Smart Meteor, he was good.
Yeah, Adam, I thought he trialled really well. He was a bit fresh. He's sort of been a little bit of time in between runs, hence the reason I gave him a jump out trial today, And I was pleased with how he went. Even Jaden was happy with the way that he sort of was able to leave quite cleanly from the barriers and hold a good competitive spot. And he sustained a nice solid gallop through the line in a pretty strong heat. So, overall, it served what we wanted it to do, give him a good gallop. And then just tightens him up nicely for next Saturday, where we'll run in the Tats Mile at Doomben.
Okay, it'll be good to see him back. And Dash for Dreams had put in a good trial performance leading into this and followed it up again.
Went really well. Yeah, probably chased a hot speed today, which isn't really her style. But she still only got beaten a length and a half, finishing fourth. And it was a very good trial, good strong heat. So she's certainly come back a bigger, stronger mare, and I think there's some nice races in store for her.
Okay, very good. And then Southern Stock was another runner stepping out for his second trial and obviously needs ground, but you're also happy with him?
Yeah, he sported blinkers today for the first time. Just thought that he's sort of been a bit not really focusing on his job at hand, what he's required to do. So we put a set of shades on him this morning, and I was pretty happy with the way he closed off late. And Larry come back and he was very happy with how he pulled up after his trial. He's clean-winded, so he'll kick off his preparation en route to the Derby next Wednesday at the Sunshine Coast.
Yeah, well, exciting times with him heading into that preparation. And then with the other runners, obviously, you guys would have been in touch with owners to let them know, obviously, just the reprogram scenario with trials not going ahead. So you just look for the next set of trials for them?
Well, we're still up in the air, actually, what's going on, Adam. There was quite a number of heats still left that we didn't get through. And there was obviously a lot of big-name horses that were ready to trial as well to prep them up, for their winter carnival. This is all part of their foundation and getting their fitness levels into them without putting them under hard race day pressure. So they were an important set of trials. So we're hopeful that they will be transferred till tomorrow, Friday. But if not, they'll be on next Tuesday at either Deagon or Doomben. So our horses will gallop tomorrow in preparation for the trials next Tuesday.
Okay, sure. Yeah, obviously just rolling with what happens with the schedule. And we should mention too, obviously our thoughts go out to Madeline Wishart and Leah Kilner. Hopefully they're okay after that fall. Obviously something that no one likes to see.
Yeah, it was a nasty fall. It was a bit of an unusual type of a fall. But, you never like seeing horses hit the deck or riders. So hopefully both girls come out of it safely.
Yeah, sure. Okay, mate. Well, that's the trials wrap up, and let's head into this weekend's preview. Obviously had a few runners in recent days, and they've been running well without winning, but you're just knocking on the door. So let's see if some of the team stepping out over the weekend can do the job. Jabali Gold is the first runner at the Sunshine Coast on Friday night. He's on the quick backup in a benchmark 62 handicap over the 1,400 metres. And he bombed the start last week, didn't he? He's usually on the bunny, but got back and worked home well. But he loves this poly track.
Yeah, well, he's a record holder there on the poly track, so he'll go back to his familiar stomping grounds. And he was a bit above himself last Sunday, I felt, hence the reason he was a bit ugly out of the gates. He sort of was a bit too fresh, and when he got back, I thought Georgina brought him back underneath her quite nicely, relaxed well, and then he was wide on the corner on the wrong part of the camber. And his run overall, I thought, was quite good under the circumstances.
Okay, well, hopefully he can keep that poly record intact there on Friday night. Good luck to the Hancock's Bloodstock team there. We then move over to the maiden plate over 1,000 metres, where Hot Sauce is set for her debut for Benny Vassallo's BK Racing and Breeding. Maiden plate over the 1,000, and she's a winning Rupert filly who finished third in a recent trial behind stablemate Tiptoes.
Yeah, well, she's a good style of filly, this, being a little bit immature in developing, but she doesn't lack ability. She's certainly got a share of ability. She's still learning, I believe, her trade as far as a racehorse goes. I want to see her tomorrow night just behave and do everything right. She can be a bit hot and cantankerous at times, but if she goes up there and behaves and walks in the gates and does everything right, I'll certainly be more than happy. So she's a nice filly who's got a bright future, but I think that she's probably going to need a look at the races tomorrow night before we see the best of her.
Okay, well, exciting times for Benny there with Hot Sauce, and fingers crossed she can put her best foot forward. You also had Tiptoes entered for the same race, drew wide, so you're thinking you wait for another day there?
I think I will. Tiptoes is a big mare. She likes Caloundra. She's raced well at Caloundra previously, so there's a race next Wednesday, which I'll probably just wait and nominate her for that, and hopefully she can draw a bit better. Surely the barrier gods have got to turn their way one day and she can get the right sort of run.
And she was a good trialer. We mentioned in the same trial as Hot Sauce, she won her heat well.
She went very well. Yeah, as I said, she's a big mare. She's a big, heavy mare, but she's very fit. And if the race gets run to suit with good speed on, she wouldn't be out of it.
Okay, very good. Well, let's move over to the Sunshine Coast Saturday meeting, which is the feature Saturday Metro meeting for the weekend. Jukebox Glow lines up here, first starter by Jukebox, obviously, and she was purchased from the Magic Millions sale, January sale last year for $75,000. So, mate, I've done the maths here, and this sort of highlights the value of the cutest bred progeny, but also the cutest fillies. If she were to win at her first start here, she'd collect $79,450. That's with the cutest bonuses all in total. So she could potentially pay for herself in one hit here.
Well, she could, Adam, and she's a nice filly. There's no reason why she can't. She had a trial last preparation where she'd come from well back and made good ground to run third behind Swanito in a trial there. When after the trial, we decided to put her away and look after her, and she's come back this time around. Unfortunately, we missed the trial on Tuesday, but she's had a decent gallop put into her since then. And look, I expect her tomorrow to be running on very well. Whether she's sharp enough to beat her over the 1,000 or not, I don't know. But she's certainly a filly that I've got a lot of time for, and she's very professional and precocious about the way she goes about her business.
Yeah, very good. Well, she races in the Patton family colours, the pink with the gold sleeves there. So exciting times for that ownership group to have her stepping out for her first start, and no doubt whatever she does, she'll improve on from there. Military Gambler is the next runner on the program in a cutest 3-year-old handicap over the 1,600 metres. And he went close last start at a similar level to this, and it is one that's knocking on the door.
Well, he is. He's better placed with a claim this weekend. He'll roll forward. He'll be on the speed. There's somewhere I think there's good speed in the race, but he won't be too far away. He's not a leader or anything like that. But if he happened to be left in front, I wouldn't be concerned. But I think the horse has certainly come on nicely since he's run the other day, and with a bit of weight relief, I'm sure that he's certainly not going to be the worst in the race.
Okay, well, he's racing himself into form, isn't he? Ran second at his past two, so good luck to Connections there. Hopefully he can break through. The final runner on the program at the Sunshine Coast is Jetty, who lines up in a Class 6 handicap over the 1,600 metres, barrier 8 for Jaden Lloyd, and he's been looking for a dry track, as we mentioned on the show in recent weeks, and he got one at Ipswich last up, but he bombed the start, unfortunately, but still worked home nicely.
Yeah, he was just a bit cantankerous on the day, and in the gates he was started to just take a bit of a leap in the air. And unfortunately that happened when the gates opened. So Jaden had no option but to ride him a bit quieter. And unfortunately the race was running at a very steady speed. So his effort to run on and finish fourth was very good, I thought. And hopefully tomorrow with a claim, a bit more weight off his back, even though he's drawn a bit awkward, I feel that's not a bad thing with him. I think that just gives Jaden plenty of time to be able to roll forward into a spot wherever he wants to be. And look, if they go slow, he could take the lead up and control the race. But if they go at a nice gallop, well, he'll probably just, come back off him and relax well for him. His work's been good. I did a little bit of work with him this morning, was happy with how the way he pulled up and travelled. So I've really got no reason to think that he won't race well.
Okay, well, good luck to the Strong Bloodstock team there. Those colours have been in the winner's circle a lot in recent times, and obviously informed jockey as well in Jaden Lloyd there. Then we move over to Ipswich on Sunday, where Sakura Star lines up here in a fillies and mares Class 2 handicap over the 1,100 metres, and she's another one that's been knocking on the door, placed second at her past 2 runs.
Yeah, well, Sakura's drawn a nice gate there on Sunday, which is certainly going to help Zach. He's had enough rides on her now and knows her tricks and how to ride her. So I feel that from that good draw, he's going to be able to control the race from either the front or just behind the leaders. And she's another one that's certainly due for a win.
Okay, well, yeah, she's been knocking on the door for the Eureka Stud in the Eureka Stud colours there. So good luck to Connections there. All right, mate. Well, that's the wrap. Another big weekend coming up, and fingers crossed for some winners over the weekend.
Thanks, Adam. Good on you.